4 months. It has been 4 months since I haven't actually uploaded a video. Now, trust me, I would have loved to have made a video in that time. It's just that, life wasn't adding up, alright? School decided to ramp up. I got hit by a car. Yes, that did happen. I'm fine now, but, yeah, that wasn't really fun to deal with. And then, I think it was last month, I got the flu. Now, normally, when I get the flu, I just kind of deal with it. I roll with the punches, because what's the flu going to do to me? This year, I was wrong, and the flu decided to come with a vengeance. I guess it wanted to take revenge, because I never really actually felt bad when I had the flu. And, it was so bad that I actually couldn't even leave my bed for a whole week. So, yeah, that's also what happened. Now I'm fine with all of that. It is December 20th. I want to at least get a couple videos out before Christmas happens. Maybe only 2. But you know what? That's better than 0. So, yeah, sorry that I was gone. It happens, alright? Well, anyways, welcome to Tonikaku Kawaii chapter 203. We're about 15 chapters behind, and I'm planning on doing not most of them, maybe some of them. The ones that are kind of important, okay? Maybe I'll do those, alright? I don't really have any updates. Like I said, sorry for being gone for 4 months, but, yeah. Let's just jump right into it. Now, the chapter starts off with Skasa-chan feeling the exact same way I felt last month, alright? I felt sluggish, I felt weak, I was just coughing day in, day out, and Skasa-chan has no idea why it's happening, okay? You know, it keeps getting worse anytime she starts coughing, you know. It gets to the point where, you know, she feels like she's been coughing for like a good day or 2, but you know, all she knows is that, you know, once she wakes up, once she starts moving around, you know, it just stops. Like, it's gone, and you know, she feels relatively normal. But you know, that thought of, you know, oh yeah, the fucking, you know, my entire body feeling terrible, and my, you know, basically coughing like a bitch, you know, it still lingers there, okay? But you know, it's just mostly gone for most of the day. Now, Skasa-chan, you know, while she's thinking about, oh, my sickness is just killing me right now, she's actually talking to that one little kid, the rat, you know, the one that rats her out at the end of, like, the one side story where it's like, oh, now we know why she's immortal. You know, basically, they're just kind of talking about life and stuff, when suddenly the little kid, you know, the little rat, you know, he's like, oh, did you hear, all the noblemen, all the suitors, you know, the ones that came for, you know, Skasa-chan's love? Yeah, they all kind of just failed at their job, you know, isn't that crazy? Now, obviously, Skasa-chan's like, what? No way. They failed? Obviously, she knows why they failed, mostly because, you know, she had a little bit of involvement with the Emperor, right? You know, Skasa-chan, you know, she tells the fucking rat, you know, I'm just gonna keep calling the kid a rat, because that's what he is, essentially. You know, she's like, listen, maybe, you know, she found her true love of her life or something like that, and, you know, that's why they all lost. You know, hey, you never know. You know, after the rat, you know, gets told all this, right, you know, he's like, oh, that makes sense, because, you know, apparently, you know, he finds out that Kagi has actually been getting pretty close with the Emperor. You know, he tells that to Skasa-chan, obviously, you know, expecting her to not know, right? Obviously, she does know. She's like, oh, really now? Does he, huh? I didn't realize that the Emperor was actually interested in someone. Obviously, she's acting. Well, she's not actually acting like, you know, pompous and, you know, smirking. You know, obviously, that's just me adding it. But listen, we all know that she's secretly like that. We all know that inside her mind, you know, apart from the whole sickness thing, you know, she's like, oh yeah, really now, Now, you thought that this chapter was just gonna be, oh, wholesome 100 type deals. No, this is Skasa-chan's past, so obviously, it's gonna become a little shit later. So, we cut to Kaguya and the Emperor talking. The Emperor has just found out that this Kaguya can't stay with him anymore, and, you know, eventually one day on a full moon, there's going to be this lunar convoy, whatever, that's just going to come and take her away. Now, obviously, the Emperor doesn't want that. You know, he's like, no, that's dumb, I'm not going to let that happen, you know, I'm going to raise the troops, I'm going to, you know, defend you to the last man, you know, that typical type shit. Now you would expect Kaguya to be like, oh my god, my savior. No, no, far from it, you know, she's like, That's kind of a dumbass move, alright? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. It's kind of dumb from you, okay? Very egotistical, but at the end of the day, she's like, listen, don't do it. It's gonna be pointless. You're gonna lead everyone to die, which is exactly, by the way, spoiler alert, what happens. Everyone dies. Well, not everyone dies, but everyone in the army kind of just. Now we cut to Skusa-chan, which is probably in the afternoon of that same day, or it's a different day. In my notes, I have it as the same night, but we don't really know. It's basically on a night where the half moon's out, alright? It's almost close to a full moon, alright? That's all we really know. But that doesn't matter. What matters is Skusa-chan's health, which is not the best, okay? Her sickness has just been getting worse, all right? She's having a crap ton of headaches. Even trying to walk, that started to become a challenge, and she is just coughing, just even, like, it was worse, when we originally saw her at the beginning of the chapter, but now it's just even worse, all right? Now, she kind of wanted her dad to help her out, before she dies, right? But obviously, he can't do that, mostly because he was just summoned by the Emperor to fight off some mysterious individual or enemy, right? Obviously, they have no idea. We know what it is. We know that it's like the fucking moon cubes things. But Skusa-chan, she's like, I mean, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? My dad's already seen everyone in his family die. It's not that bad if, me just, I suddenly die, he'll understand, right? But, obviously she's still a little sad that, her dad isn't there to see her in her final moments. But, it gets worse. She starts coughing up blood, and she's completely surprised by this. She's like, oh no, I'm coughing up blood. And to make matters worse, her dad just comes in at that very moment. He opens up the door, and he finds his daughter just laying on the floor with some blood on her mouth, and he's like, oh no. Now, obviously, both of them know what's going to happen after this. Once you start coughing up blood, you're basically done, alright? But, still the dad is obviously panicked that, his daughter, his, I think, only surviving relative is going to die on him. So, he's really panicked. He's like, oh, crap, maybe I should go. Maybe I should just kind of stay. Whatever. What happens if I die later? Betrayal and shit. That can wait, But Skusa-chan, she tells him, listen, I'm gonna die. Let's just both admit it. I'm going to die. I'm probably not going to survive until the next full moon. So, how about you just go with the Emperor, okay? And let me just stay here and just, if I live, I live. If I die, it is what it is. Sorry. It's gonna have to work, okay? So the dad, he leaves and goes fights for the Emperor. You know what's going to happen to him. But we're stuck with Skusa-chan. She's laying on the wall, barely alive. She has the headband thing on her hands, right? And she's like, damn, is this really how I'm going to die? Of fucking sickness? But, at the end of it, he, of course, she wants to die quickly, just so, her dad can get used to, her not being alive, and he can go find someone else, and, he can live his life happy. That's all she really wants right now, I mean, obviously living, that would also be a plus, but more importantly, her dad just kind of, has fun with his rest of his life. Sadly, though, he isn't exactly going to have the best, life after betraying the Emperor, but whatever, okay? Now, to make matters worse, she starts coughing up again really badly, and she coughs up blood on the headband thing, and Skusa-chan gets really sad about that. She's like, God damn it, that headband was really important to me, and probably the Emperor, because, he actually went out of his way to gift her something, and she's really sad that, it just got ruined like that, mostly because on her part, and then she's like, I wonder if that man is ever going to remember me, okay? And then she's like, wait a minute. No, he's not. No one's going to remember who I am, and then no one's going to remember who he is. And then she gets really depressed about it. She's like, damn, what's the whole point of life if you're just eventually going to be completely forgotten about, left as a footnote in history? Why do we even live our lives? Which, I guess is a good, you can also say that for the real life as well, like, why do we do things? Because eventually we're all going to be completely forgotten about. But anyways, existential crisis aside, she gets like really bummed out about this, and it's just she's not really having the best times in her final moments. After this, Skusa-chan is also like, maybe I probably should have told him what my name was. Maybe he could have given me a gravestone when I died. Which, he seemed like a very important man. I wonder who he was. Which I'm gonna call out here and say it's complete and utter bull. How does she not know that the man she was talking to was, oh, I don't know, the fucking emperor? I mean, listen. I am not trying to make fun of Scuzza-chan, but I mean, just kind of, put two and two together, right? You have this kid talking to you every day, in and out, about, oh, the Emperor, he's getting real interested in this one girl. Like, they're getting real good, alright? She's hearing stories about this young lady that's, like, super popular, super beautiful, and everyone's trying to get her married, get married with her, right? And then, she's also having to deal with this weird man that just comes in out of nowhere, well, mostly because she found him crying on a river, but that doesn't matter. They're talking about how, oh, he really loves this one person and he really wants to impress them. Like, come on, maybe put two and two together, right? Even the damn guy tells you, oh yeah, we're also kind of getting close. It's like, I don't know, Scuzza-chan, no offense, just, I don't know, maybe put two and two together. I've already said my piece on that. But anyways, she realizes that, even then, even if that, mysterious man, otherwise known as the Emperor, gives her a gravestone, she wouldn't even really want that anyway. She'd find it more pointless than anything, right? Because at the end of the day, all that mattered to her was trying to maybe find someone that she could give love to, someone that would support her and all of that. And she gets even more sad because she could never actually find someone that, like, really loved her. And after all that, we're left with Scuzza-chan just kind of just on the floor, just, slowly dying. And, she's like, oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to end up like this. It's kind of sad to, just, see her just kind of, like, slowly die. But, eventually what happens is that I guess she passes out, or maybe she falls asleep, or whatever happens. But anyways, the book, she's like, at this moment, she had no idea what was going on. However, later on, she would figure out that, oh, this was the beginning of the end for her, this is the moment where, she stopped being immortal and started being immortal. This is where the entire story, kicks off and all of that. And that's where the chapter ends. After being gone for almost 4 months, I actually kind of struggled in making a video. I can't wait for editing to become 10 times worse. But I still really enjoyed doing this. Like I said, I'm sorry for not being there for those 4 months. It's just, life happens. I'm sure some of you can understand that. But yeah, apart from that, really enjoyed the chapter. And yeah, you should probably be expecting maybe a couple more videos this week. Hopefully.